For you Libras, you have the Fool, the Eight of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. So a lot of you Libras are choosing to move forward and taking chances. The Ten of Swords represents, you know, that there's obviously a chance that a person could lie about their character and about how valuable they are, or give off the impression that they're valuable and that they care about you and that they actually want to bring value into your life. But you Libras also understand that, you know, you've been here before where people have lied to you. Everyone lies at some point, at least about something, no matter how big or small it is, at least once in their life. And everybody has played games at least once in their life. Including myself, you know. I just never got that far in the game plan because I always needed it to come back to some level of making sense and common sense. But the Ten of Swords represents, even though your past doesn't necessarily mean that things may have made sense, does not mean that you planned on staying there, right? A lot of you Libras may have been playing the game because you thought that that was the best way to actually get to someone that you and the person actually work. And when you don't know any better, you don't understand how stupid that is, right? You think that you have to play games in order so that you and somebody else can actually be a very good match, when in actuality, that's not necessarily even the case. But then the things that you have the Ten of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, which is about you're not concentrating on the games that's being played. You're concentrating on the progress that you need to make within yourself. And part of that progress is also choosing up on people that choose you. Far too often, you know, and we've all done it at least one point in our lives where, you know, we essentially was trying to punch upward. And what I mean when I say punch upward is we were overestimating ourselves in a sense that we weren't aware of our own standing and what that meant, right? So when I say punching upwards, that's my dog over there. When I say punching upwards, I mean, you could be in a situation where you could be getting to know somebody. And when you get to know somebody, or you're trying to get to know them, they're very pretty, very handsome, but you don't understand that their lives is trashy, terrible lives at home. You know what I mean? And they're using their attractiveness to get someone to get to take care of them on both sides, because both sides have essentially the same problem. It's just that both sides don't want to admit that they have the same problem. But they have the same problem as the other side. They really do. And regardless of whatever it is that you are into, have the same thing too. So a lot of you Libras are now realizing that, you know, maybe it's not necessarily the best thing for you to punch upward, right? It's more about how you're trying to just kind of understand your own level and understand your own limits and understand your own attributes. And what I mean by that is understand that for you Libras, you may have to have somebody that has a little bit more common sense than the average bear. You're going to have somebody that can be calm, up underneath pressure, that does have the ability to strategize 2, 3, 4, 5 moves ahead. You know what I mean? And if a person cannot do those things, then yeah, that's something that's going to be a very difficult thing for you. And it's something like you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're an air sign, you can't be around stupid individuals. It would bother y'all too much. No matter if it's Gemini, you Libras, or an Aquarius. Y'all can't be with somebody who would be stupid. It would literally bother y'all. right? Just a stupid, just a slow, you know what I mean? And then the thing is that look, let me get off it. The Seven of Cups represents how a lot of you, okay. The Seven of Cups represents how, so a lot of you are looking for the right person, but the way that you're looking is completely changed. It's not the same way that you used to look, where it was about you, you know, trying to be with the most hood individuals. Because a lot of you Libras will be with hood individuals. Ashanti, I think is a Libra, if I'm not mistaken. Christina Milian or Milan is a Libra. You know what I'm saying? You know, hood type individuals. And the thing about it is that okay, but that's not necessarily the best thing for you to do. And now a lot of you Libras are looking to date on your level. And see, people don't even know what that is. Dating on your level just represents what fits for you and what works for you. And what fits for you or what works for you is it may be a little bit higher than the hood individual. You know, for me, I have an understanding of my own level. I know that I am a true Sigma indeed. I am not for this pyramid dating situation. I know I'm not for that because I tried finding my level, quote unquote, or whatever that means. And like it is, I said before, they've got problems no matter how high or how low you go. Okay? And they're problems that I don't necessarily want to be, you know, having. So the King of Swords now and the Two of Wands is about, so you Libras have to be prepared. The King of Swords represents preparedness. And the Two of Wands, the quality of the people that you meet. You have to be prepared for this. Yes, you Libras have to understand that when you're out here and you're dating, you have to be prepared for all manner of individuals. Trust me, there's going to be some individuals that will ask you to stay at your house or your residence within the first 24 hours of meeting you because they're homeless or they're about to be homeless, or that's just how much dysfunction that they have. There's going to be some individuals who, you know, act like they so fancy. I told y'all that a lot of them people out here acting like they fancy, they don't know the difference between their elbow and a hole in the ground. They don't. Why? Saw a video literally yesterday of somebody at a 5-star restaurant, right, at a 5-star restaurant eating seafood and didn't even know how to break the shell open, was just biting on the shell and stuff like this, and drinking the crab meat or drinking the lobster meat. So be prepared. The Magician and the Seven of Wands represents, and then it's up to you to decipher, to figure out for yourself, to screen those individuals and to make a decision on whether or not you want to date them. You see? So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Magician. The World, the King of Wands, the Emperor, and the Judgment. So this is about you Libras being very happy because you actually get some form of greater level of choice because y'all are dating and you understand that you don't have to allow these people in your lives. And it's time for you Libras to actually do the screening, right? What I mean when I say screening, vetting process, making sure that these people are decent and not rickety. You know what I'm saying? Not raggedy. So a lot of you Libras are, you know, you happy about this. The Emperor, the Judgment, you actually have some say-so over it. And you always did, but you have even more because you're putting you know what to do. You're more prepared now than you've been. And you're going to be even more prepared in the future if you stay here on my channel. And if more of you Libras come through, a lot of you are going to be even more prepared, because you Libras will understand that ultimately what it is I was talking about, it's you that has to make the decision on whether or not you will continue to know somebody. The hardest part ultimately is really at the very beginning of them giving you a chance, because most people are very defensive. So the hardest part really is having them give you a chance, right? Once they say, yay, once they say, yes, I'll go ahead and give you a chance, and they follow through with it, that's really the hardest part. That's really the biggest hump that you really have to get over, in essence. You know what I mean? You know, but as far as getting to know somebody is concerned, but you have all the opportunity in the world because you're the ones that's actually doing the screening. You're getting to know other people. But the way that a lot of you Libras are looking at it, so your approach to it is brand new, right? Because you Libras understand that if the things between you and a person doesn't work out, it's not like you haven't been here before. You'll leave them alone, you know? So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe.